Hey friends and followers, welcome to another video. My name is Creighton Piper. It is Wednesday, September the 13th, and this month, September, has been absolutely brutal to Bitcoin and the crypto market overall. We are down 22% from the all-time high of $4,980 for Bitcoin, and it's unsure whether or not we have found the bottom yet. Today we saw $3,750. That was the 24-hour low. It's also the 3-week low for Bitcoin. And it didn't take long to retrace from those lows up to about $3,900 where we are right now. And now the only question is that it? Are we done? Are we on the way back up? And the short answer is probably not. We probably haven't found rock bottom yet, but I think we're probably getting close. And the long answer is, let's take a look at this and let's cover some of the technicals. So let's go ahead and take a look at the chart that you're going to see on your screen here. First off, we'll focus on this blue line here. That represents the 50-day moving average for Bitcoin versus the US dollar. And it sits right at about $3,900. Now, like I said, the low for the day is $3,750, and then we retraced to just above that level, up to $3,900 and change. And we're sitting at $3,900 right now. So why the bounce from 3750 and why are we sitting at 3900? Well, that is the 50-day moving average. That's the level that it represents. So we're hovering right there. The question at this point is, do we have enough downward momentum to continue pushing us through that support level? And I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But let's go ahead and take a look at the technical resistance levels below that. The purple line you're seeing here, that would be the 100-day moving average, and it sits at about $3,200 as it is. So in order for us to even worry about that, we're going to have to see about another $700 loss for Bitcoin. That would bring us from $3,900 down to $3,200. Will that happen? I'm not sure. Right now we're down 22%. If we were to fall to 3,200%, that would be what, 1,800 out of 5,000. That would be like a 35% loss, something to that effect. Very rough math. But let's take a look at this. This is very key. The previous high for all-time high, before we set the $5,000 high, the all-time high was about $2,950. That was established back in June of this year, just a few months back. After we reached that high, we fell all the way down to about $1,900, and then we continued upwards. So that right there represents a 38% pullback. What we've seen as of yet is a 22% pullback. So let me pull out my calculator here real quick. In order to see that same pullback, 38%, 0.38 times 5,000 equals 1,900. Now, subtract 1,900 from the all-time high of 5,000, and that gives you 3,100. That lies right between the 100-day moving average and the resistance level here at about $3,000. Call it 3,000. That's going to be a psychological resistance point, but it also these highs here, previous levels of resistance, now they're going to be levels of support. That's just kind of how it works. So support, psychological support at 3,000. Then you have the 38% retrace support at 3,100. And depending on what the price movement is between now and then, it could be a couple of weeks. The 200-day moving average will fall. So it might actually bring it down to $3,100. That could end up being the magic number. Who knows? We might not even break 3,900. But whatever happens, I can say with quite a bit of certainty that with all this resistance hovering around $3,000, $3,100, right around in there, we will not break that level. There is almost no possibility of that happening. So I hope that we do see that level. That's where I'm going to buy. I've heard several people suggesting that you start to buy around 3,400 just so that you don't miss a train, because it would be pretty depressing to sit through all of this and hold on for dear life and then all of a sudden it starts going back up, and you're like, oh, have I missed out? I don't want to buy in, having not seen the bottom, and then it goes back up, and you're sitting on no Ethereum, no Bitcoin, no altcoins, and you don't get to share in the profits. So you might want to buy in before we reach those levels, and I don't know that we will. I'm just saying 3,000 is probably absolute rock bottom, and there's a good chance that we will continue to lose some market cap in Bitcoin and see a pullback similar to what we saw between June and July. Keep in mind, I am not an investment professional. I'm not licensed. I don't have any formal training in this area, but I do know how to look at a chart. I've done a lot of research, and I'm just regurgitating what I've read and what I understand to you guys, and you should make your own judgment, though, ultimately. So let's take a look at one more thing here. This is a news article. The title is Korea's Coin One launches physical cryptocurrency exchange. This is on news.bitcoin.com. So essentially what this is a brick and mortar establishment that revolves around cryptocurrency. You're going to be able to walk into the store, look at these fancy graphs right here. Looks pretty cool, pretty interactive. And also use, bam, Complex has a Bitcoin ATM as well as a large display board with market information on 6 digital currencies. Those currencies are Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, ETC, Ripple, and Quantum. So apparently those are the favorite currencies in Korea. Maybe not, but they're the ones that are represented by Coin One. There's also going to be a physical exchange. If I read it correctly, I don't want to read through it and try to find where it was talking about it, but what it sounds like is there's going to be a physical exchange with absolutely no need for any online connectivity, no internet required, none of that. It's going to be almost a face-to-face physical exchange of Bitcoin. And when I say physical, I mean you bring your cold storage wallet, someone else brings theirs, and there's a direct transfer between you two. You don't have to connect to any servers or the internet. And those wallets will upload to the blockchain, the miners crunch the numbers, and there's just no need for any online interaction. Pretty cool deal. And the whole idea is interesting because in the market today, we're seeing a shift away from brick and mortar establishments. I mean, look at Amazon. Amazon is supposedly putting all these people out of business because they do everything digitally and they don't have the brick and mortar establishments to drive up their costs, drive up the prices. So, but this is a step in the absolute opposite direction. So pretty interesting, and it'll be interesting to see how it turns out and if it's successful. I think it will because it'll bring security to the whole equation. A lot of people aren't comfortable using online wallets. You hear about hackers stealing people's currency, especially from online exchanges and stuff like that. There's absolutely zero chance of that happening in a physical exchange such as the one that Coin One has instituted. So that's it. That's all I have for news. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully this was educational and beneficial for you guys. And if it was, please feel free to like, subscribe to get the message out, and comment. Give me some feedback. Let me know how I'm doing. If you have a specific video request or questions that you have, please ask them, and I will be more than happy to answer them. Also, go to our webpage if you want at cryptoanswers.net, and there is a plethora of information to be found there. We just finished all of our quick start guides. Here, let me pull it up. There you go, quick start guide. What is cryptocurrency? What is blockchain? Wallets and security? A whole bunch of information here, especially for the beginners out there. So if you have no idea what this stuff is, you're just now getting into it, I highly recommend checking out our quick start guides. We pour a lot of time, effort, and energy into it, and it's worth taking a look. Anyways, until next time, hang in there. Wishing you all good health and good fortune.